Hello guys, it's Jonah here, and yeah, I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to do an upload today. Um, I know I said I was, and yeah, I've been kind of playing with it in my head, whether or not it would be appropriate. But I thought it it is kind of what I do, or one of the things that I do. So yeah, tribute uh, tribute videos are the only the only way I know how. So if you don't think it's appropriate, I totally understand if you don't want to watch this, or you could even watch this video tomorrow. Um, but I decided to do this one, dark lager, and it's called Thursday dark lager. So why this one? Well, dark because the country is in mourning, obviously for the Queen, and she actually died on a Thursday, so I thought that was very appropriate. I perhaps should have released this on a Thursday um, instead of today, but I thought no, that's the kind of next best thing. Now it says a rich something. Let's see if we can get it to focus. There we go. A rich, toasty, and complex, yet light-bodied and refreshing, unfiltered dark lager. And you guys know I love my lagers. I think this one, yeah, it even says on the front, it's 5% ABV. So let's get into it. I have to say, I'm pretty sure this video is going to be reasonably short in comparison to my usual kind of stuff. But let's see what we get. So, dark lager, dark lager, dark lager. In tribute to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. I think a lot of people are missing her influence today. Everyone apart from my neighbour, who decided to do some DIY today. I mean, how ridiculous. Anyway, there we go. Over a finger's head. Not quite two, somewhere in the middle. Now, it's dark. It is very dark, you can see up here. But if you look right down at the bottom, it is not perfectly dark. There is a kind of amber hue. It is a pretty dark beer though. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get a lovely malty taste to this. This one is, I believe, from the 9th birthday Beer 52 box, but I thought it was kind of inappropriate to show birthday stuff while I'm doing a tribute lager or tribute beer. So I'm not even going to look at it. Yeah, the aroma is very caramel, very roasty. Little bit kind of hoppy. I can definitely get hops. But the overall kind of residual sweetness that I'm getting is kind of slightly strange. Let us go for a drink. Look, that head is really nice though. Really fine, not quite white, it's off-white bubbles. You may also hear some children playing in the background, which is probably distracting me more than it's distracting you. The other thing is, about an hour ago, I had a quadruple gin and tonic. So that might also be influencing me, but cheers. Yeah, God save the Queen, God save the King. Ooh, ooh. Interesting. So I was going to say really lovely, really smooth, but right on the finish, I got this massive hit of like sweet toffee, sweet caramel. because it's a dark beer, it's obviously going to be coming from the malts. But wow, hit with an incredible sweetness that I kind of wasn't expecting. Up until that point, I was really enjoying it. It's not very heavily hopped, but super, super smooth. And I'm talking sort of a bohemian kind of style. But then right at the end, just as I finished my sip, my mouthful, wham! Caramel, toffee, just ridiculous amounts. But also I've noticed I've got a huge tide line here. And I'm pretty sure I looked at the ingredients and there was no mention. Yeah, there is nothing in here like oats or wheat or anything like that, unless they put it in and haven't said. Let's see what we get on the second sitting. Not so bad, not so incredibly sweet. We do have that lovely tide mark there. That's really cool. I'm liking that. Maybe it's residual sugars that's binding with the head and making them stick on the side of the glass. That could be something else. Or maybe it's just dark beers in general are better at forming nice tide lines, nice head retention, sticking together the proteins which form the head of your beer, which is always a good sign. Yeah, so I think I tasted a little bit of hops that time, and still that sweetness is definitely there, but now my palate is used to that huge hit of sweetness. The second time is not as powerful as the first time. Yeah, no descript hops, just that hop bitterness is kind of there a little bit up front. There's definitely some hops there. If I had to guess, I'd say some sort of noble hops, which is general with any kind of lager anyway. And it's quite well carbonated. But I think you could have guessed that from the head, which is kind of going a bit now, so it's not going to go all the way to the bottom. But I think we might still get some lovely tide lines. So let's see what we get on the next sampling. Yep, another very good thick tide line, which is really good. I'm liking that. Oh, I can see. Oh no, I was going to say there's something floating in there, but it's the hole, the hole in the head. I can see it from underneath, and it looked to me like there was something floating on there, but no, everything's all right. Don't worry. Dark lager from and Union. It's called. Oh, I forgot to do one of those. There we go. This time we've got some tide lines. Maybe I'll get that in there somewhere. They are from dun 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 brewed in Bavaria. So it's a German beer. We would maybe call that something like an Alt beer, maybe. But yeah, I guess that must be why it hasn't got. I'm almost convinced now that it does not have any oats or anything else in, because they're probably following the German purity laws, but just using a darker, more killed malt to get that lovely colour. Brilliant. Messed up that last little line there, but I'm not too worried about that. Look at that. Three really good, thick. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one's a little bendy one over here. Fantastic. hopefully you enjoyed that. I'd say that beer is kind of worth seeking out. It's not amazing. I'd say it's quite well. It's more interesting, shall we say, than a normal lager, which in my opinion, tend to be a little bit boring. Although there are differences between the lagers, um, but when you have something that's totally out left field, like a dark lager, wow, the carbonation's really getting on me. That is the danger of drinking lager when you're more of an ale fan. Anyway, hopefully you guys have been glued to the TV like myself, um, and looking forward to work tomorrow. And we'll see you tomorrow back with another beer review. It's been Uncle Jonah. Do all the things you know you're supposed to do, like click like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I really like reading the comments, I should say. I might even answer them as well. Until then, shalom, and we'll see you tomorrow for another beer.